Welcome back. The real estate market right now is on fire, especially if you are a seller. Buyers, it's very difficult to find a house. Also, if you're thinking about selling, what are some projects that you should do? What should you hold off on? What can you get your money out of? Well, I recently spoke with Kenny Parcell, part of the National Association of Realtors. He's the first vice president there, all about these topics. Now, Kenny played football for BYU and is from Spanish Fork, Utah, so he had good insight into what we need to expect and the market here in Utah. Let's take a look.
If you're a homeowner or searching for a home, it can be confusing to know which renovations are worth your time and money and which ones are best left undone. Joining us live from Chicago at the National Association of Realtors Leadership Summit is Kenny Parcell, 2021 First Vice President at the National Association of Realtors, with some insights and expert recommendations. Kenny, thanks for being here.
Christine, thanks for having me.
What trends are you seeing now in national markets and within our region?
As far as housing resale, or are you talking just the market in general, Christine?
Both, actually.
Prices are continuing to go upwards. You have a low interest rate. So with the COVID, a lot of people can work anywhere now, and so you're seeing a lot of people moving in, especially in Utah, from out of state.
And as far as national trends, it seems that housing is in demand.
Yeah, you're looking at historical low interest rates. Everyone's buying power, and so you're definitely, the market is increasing.
What projects and improvements do you recommend your clients focus on to add value to their homes?
That's a great question, Christine. I think I always tell people, get with a local realtor to tell you what you should be thinking about increasing as far as a price. And so if that's kitchen, if that's bathroom, if that's flooring, I would get a price and then see what that's going to do on your appreciation and see if it makes sense.
How are realtors helping their clients navigate a historically competitive housing market?
Christine, another great question. I think you find someone that's a local realtor that knows the market, that can kind of get you to compete with those multiple offers to make sure you can find the right value for the right price.
Absolutely. And I'm curious about how realtors what might homeowners and prospective home buyers not be aware of, and why insights of a realtor are so valuable right now.
Well, I think a lot of times you'll see there's no such thing as a national weather forecast, and so everything is local. And so that goes back to find a local realtor that can tell you what are the trends, what zip codes, what areas are the most appreciation. And so you're not overpaying, you're making sure you're getting the best value, the best schools, whatever the most important is for the client.
I know realtors are helping clients navigate a historically competitive housing market, which is so essential right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's very competitive, and sometimes people will read things and think that this national weather forecast is for everyone, and the Utah market's very different than what's going on nationally.
And when you focus on projects and improvements that you recommend that clients can add value to their homes, as we already discussed, are there any projects that we shouldn't do, anything that should be left undone that's just not worth the investment if you're going to sell?
That's a great question, Christine. I think when you look at it, you need to get a bid from a licensed contractor that can meet all the city requirements, and then look at it and see how long do you plan on being in the home, and getting a roadmap to see if it makes sense to do that improvement. If you're only going to be there for a year or maybe two, it may not make sense to do the renovation because you may be putting, spending $1 and getting 50 cents on your return.
And I know you live somewhat locally. We're right up here in Park City, Utah. So as you think about how much Park City's market has changed and how much values are going up right now, do you think that's a trend that's going to continue?
Yeah, I think everything, historical low interest rates are supposed to continue to start to creep up. But Utah's a different market, and it's a great lifestyle, and who doesn't want to live in Park City?
And where can we go to get more information about realtors and about everything we've talked about today?
Yeah, for anybody watching, I would instruct them to find a local realtor that knows the market, and I would go to realtor.com, and then I'd also go to houselogic.com for anything about renovations and home improvements. A lot of good information there, Christine.
Will do. Well, thank you so much, Kenny, for joining us today. Really appreciate your time, and looking forward to really navigating this impressive market and having realtors help us do just that.
Christine, you're the best. Thank you.